Izakaya Podcast, week 7 of, well, technically, actually, this is week 5, 6, and 7 of the winter 2020 season. I'm your host, David, and joining me today we have Ku.
Oh, hello.
What? When was Ku the next one? I'm always the first one's named.
Next up, we have Stren.
Someone has a
I guess.
complex here.
It's triggered.
It was very unexpected. I didn't know I got demoted.
I was reading left to right because usually I read like up, like down the Discord list.
David, it's fine.
But today I read from left to right in the webcam position. I
David,
didn't realize.
you can tell the truth, man. It's okay. My feelings are already hurt.
So disappointed. So disappointed.
I've already taken a blow.
I didn't realize that's something that triggers you so easily.
God, yeah, that just made me feel like I relived of falling in League for an entire day.
Well, we'll set up a safe space for you.
That's the new lineup. I'm second now.
I need a GoFundMe page, guys. I'm not gonna make it.
All right, so I don't know who else is still listening to this podcast, but we've been on hiatus for like the past 2 or 3 weeks.
We've been very busy. I've been very busy. It's been a crazy month.
Actually, we could have had it last week, but no one wanted to host. So
I was scared. If it happens again, I'll feel up. I'm up for it.
I have
I believe
kids
in myself
to look out there, sir. I can't just drop everything. But
it's not dropping everything. It's not dropping everything. It's a weekly schedule. The whole point of a weekly podcast is that like what time that we're all supposed to be on here every week.
Sir, kids don't follow schedules. That's why you have to mentor them and yell at them, and
they do what they want.
Nurture them.
All right.
They do what they want.
So lots of things happened the past 3 weeks, but honestly, it's winter season. It's pretty weak. I don't think anyone cares.
Even the strong shows, they feel kind of weak or slow at least right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't really mind missing. So, but I guess we'll try to still stay consistent because that was one of my goals of this podcast is be consistent, and no, I broke it. So whatever.
Hey, real life stuff happens, man.
So we'll try to be consistent from now on as fast as we can. So I don't have any news the past 3 weeks. I don't remember anything important happening. So.
Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna say Crunchyroll did their awards, but I don't really remember.
No, I don't want to legitimize their awards.
Yeah, that's true. I really hate how Crunchyroll does it.
No, because if you acknowledge their awards, that means that you think that they're the ones that get to have a say in what is the best, whatever. And I don't want to do that. So
nah, they set shit up. I like how they at least give the viewers where they can vote and everything, but I don't like how they pick who they pick or what they pick, because it doesn't make any sense. If you saw some of the people, somehow some of the people that they chose for certain things, you'd be like, how in the hell did this happen, and how did this other person not get picked? But anyway,
yeah, we're not gonna go into that.
Yeah.
So let's go right into My Hero Academia. So even though we miss a lot of things, honestly, you didn't miss much. It's basically slice of life, like Stratton was describing earlier. So, because I think I'm trying to remember where we left off before the hiatus. I think it was basically right when Eri was in the hospital.
Yeah, it was right after Night Eye died, I think.
Night Eye died, yeah. So the only thing really interesting that happened the past couple weeks was the licensing exam for Bakugo and Todoroki, and the Wind guy from the other school, and I guess the other chick that was missing. Because it was a Toga took over her spot, and
yeah, Toga took over her spot, and for some reason she also has amnesia, so she's not sure what happened within that
I think
3 or 4 day period.
She's probably knocked out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't explain how she got captured, what happened to her, or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
So basically just I don't know. I didn't even feel like there was the only important thing that happened for the exam was basically Todoroki confronting his dad, and I guess his dad saying Endeavor saying I can't be the single piece, but I'll still be I'll do my best to be a hero that'll protect everyone or something.
That was a nice moment. I enjoyed that moment.
And the Wind guy where he even though he hates Endeavor, he still bowed to him or something. I don't know. I didn't really get what that was all about.
No, because it was more of just personal growth for everyone. Bakugo, Todoroki, the Wind guy, Endeavor, even Endeavor. It was just personal growth for everyone, I think. And he thought that as a hero, if he doesn't want to be like Endeavor, which is the person he hated the most, he's got to get past that personal grudge he has. So that's why he went over to bow down and pay respect to him.
Oh, and then the only other thing, I don't know if this is important, but they also mentioned that like basically the whole like youth is strong trope where like younger kids get better quirks because gene mixing, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah, some of those kids with their quirks, I don't know how they grow. How is basically a dude that opens up his mouth and a cannon fires? How does that get better?
Like that.
I mean,
that's one thing I don't like when like shows like when you have powers passed on to like the kids, like it's always weird because that's not it's fantasy, but like when you're trying to use genetics as as a system, like that's not how genetics works. Like you don't like if you have like let's say you have a parent that's good at sports and a parent that's like good at at music, you don't combine the two, make a kid that's like good at sports and a musician. That's not how genetics work.
Hey man, this is anime.
I know, so it's like
They don't follow logic.
So yes, like it's weird to like to say this stuff in an anime, but like when they try to pull off that stuff, it's just it always gets me. Like that's not how like genetics and stuff should work. It's like
but it's a possibility, yes.
it's that's not how traits are passed down to your kids.
In the shonen world, it works.
Well, it's like
It's all a theory, sir. It's just a theory.
it's like in like I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like in Naruto too. Like when you have Boruto like passing on the powers to the kids, it's like how does this stuff even works? You know, like you don't just like combine your parents' powers together. Like I don't know.
To be fair, how does it all work? All right, none of this is real. It's not supposed to make sense. We'll just assume that they know what they're talking about.
Also, to be fair, Boruto's trash.
It's because
That's
Him and the show.
oh my god, it's
Okay.
because when they try to explain like the power system, you always have to like analyze it to see like how it holds up in the logic. So
There's no logic here. Get that out of
so
here.
that's why I don't.
Save that for Doctor Stone.
My god. So that's what I don't like when like they do like the passing on the powers to the kids. It's not really explained well.
Yeah, I just thought like the kids like with their powers, a lot of them were just terrible. I also don't know what like that rich like blonde kid. He made it sound like he was a shit, but I don't know what he does. Did they even explain?
I don't think
No.
he had a power. I think he's like the the charismatic one that just like
He's got the money.
it rounds up. He's basically the fascist leader that gets all support because he has like the strongest voice when he's like really weak inside.
Bakugo was awesome with him though.
And like he's just an annoying kid that like thinks that like he's even worse than like the teenagers because at least the teenagers like usually like they have the power to think that they're better than adults. This kid just straight up thought he was like better than adults.
Yeah, well, I mean, this kid is like he's gonna realize when he gets older. He has. I mean, I don't even. They didn't explain any kind of quirk, so I don't expect him to be a hero. I'm just guessing he's just gonna be like one of those like bullies where they just bully people in the kid like when they're kids, and all of a sudden everybody just like they grow up and everybody just surpasses this guy, leaves him behind, and then you never hear from him again, and then you see his eulogy.
I don't think we're gonna hear from any of these kids again. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of those powers were really dumb. Except like I like the guy with the was it those like black little spirit bomb things?
Oh yeah, those were
Again, I don't
cool.
know. It was cool, but again, I don't know how you just make that a quirk. Like, how does that? Never mind.
You mix A with B and you get question
Pac-Man.
mark.
You get a, yeah.
Yes.
You get an evil Pac-Man.
Someone needs to go back to the diagram with the peas and the flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, the P's and the Q's. Yeah. Big P, little P.
Dominant, recessive. You know, again, that's not how genetics works either because it's way more complicated than that. There's so many more genes, but again, that's applying logic to the shonen world.
Well, like we said, it's not Dr. Stone, so we'll just leave it alone. We'll just assume what they're saying is correct.
We'll avoid the logic for this show.
Yeah. So I just want to mention. Oh, also shout out to Gang Orca because he's a badass.
That guy's awesome. That guy's really badass.
He also has a sweet spot for kids too, apparently.
Yeah.
So he's still like what in the number 2 or number 1 like most hero voted most likely to look like a villain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
That
think
guy,
so.
that one, and then the guy that like makes copies of himself. Um, the guy that wears like that trench coat, where he like plasma or something. So he basically like, oh god, I don't remember his name.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But well,
Yeah.
But
anyway, I'll
yeah,
look it up during one of the breaks we have,
so
and then I'll
that was
link
what
it.
happened during when we were on hiatus. I think this episode's basically just more school festival stuff, which
Yeah,
sounds like
it's
filler. So
yeah, basically
No, dude. They introduced the new villain or
god
two
damn,
new
I hate
villains.
that guy,
it's like
Legento.
the gentle
God,
criminal.
oh god, like if like, okay, I actually really like slice of life stuff. I actually think Hero Academia does it well. But if you're gonna be doing like the slice of life stuff, just keep villains out of it. Especially if you show like this guy, where he just looks like a joke. Even though with like the was it the music and everything else around him, it just seems like he's a joke. But I don't know if I still don't know if it's supposed to be taken serious because at the first moment when they had like that blonde guy that showed up at Deku's window, I didn't know what the hell was happening.
Oh,
I thought like
God, that was
That
harsh.
was so good.
yeah, the first I was like holy shit, is this guy going to become evil? And then all of a sudden Deku was like, what the fuck is happening? And then I just started dying
Okay,
laughing.
that part
I'm
like
thinking like, okay, that
I don't
diffused
know.
the situation. I didn't know if he was going to be, like I said, evil.
I
If
don't know.
we're going to see some kids
Okay,
die.
so Ayama like I don't know. I feel like they tried like whatever they tried doing to make him more like likable or more like relatable. It didn't work for me. Like I still didn't care about him at all.
Oh, hilarious.
He's
Oh, I
still
still
like,
don't care about him, but it was hilarious.
but that was weird. But I have to disagree with Stratton that I don't like slice of life in Hero Academia. I'm here for the shonen.
Dude,
I need the build up and like slice of life just like slows everything down for me. So I need
we had a build up with Overhaul, and it was disappointing.
yeah, they need to do a better build up.
Dude, just enjoy the slice of life
No, they need
comedy
to do
stuff.
better build up and God, it's just like the whole dumb thing about the villain, the gentle criminal, is that he films this and puts it on YouTube. And it's like
Yeah.
it's one thing if it's a dumb teenager doing this stuff, like just the dumb like YouTubers we have like right now, but like it's a like old man doing it, it just makes it worse. Just this
Yeah, I don't.
this damn boomer invading our internet space.
It reminds me of I don't know if it was like some old Vine people where it's like some guy and his kids. Where I just picture it's just the most annoying cringy shit in the world. And I just picture it's like the dad and like the daughter basically saying, "Oh, watch me kill people," and then just for some reason post it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the social media world we live in today.
Terrible.
Well,
Not even just us, but apparently Hero Academia.
Well, to be
It's
fair, I
basically-
kind of like the guy. I think he's pretty funny.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
okay. Like if this ends up just kind of being like a joke arc with this villain, I'm fine with it. But if they're trying to make it serious, I don't know. I don't really know.
It
Well,
sounds
with
like
the
it's
setup,
it sounds like it's a joke so far.
Okay.
yeah, with the setup they had with Aoyama and Deku earlier, I kind of get the feeling that they're just trying to set up this whole arc to be somewhat of a joke, right? Like with Aoyama, I don't know if I said this before, but I thought that maybe he was a spy that the principal mentioned a while back, like how the League of Villains.
Who's Aoyama? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's the guy with the laser, the blonde kid.
Oh,
The
okay.
belly button
yeah.
laser that Saucer loves so much.
Yeah. So I kind of thought that he was always a spy, and then they made it seem like something was about to go down, like something
Yeah.
serious was about to happen, and then it just ended up being like a giant joke.
Yeah, well, I was fine with.
Yeah, and I thought it was actually pretty funny. Like that was probably the most I've enjoyed an episode in a while since the whole Chisaki arc kind of fell through.
Yeah.
I don't know,
And then with this is kind of the same thing too. I feel like they're still continuing with the whole lighter aspect, slice of life deal.
I'm fine with it. I
You
love
have a
it.
new- You have a new villain, but you can't really take him seriously because he's a gentle criminal, which is kind of a joke in itself. He has a sidekick that's live streaming everything, and I don't see it like his personality as to be taken serious as a like a hardcore criminal. So
Yeah.
I think this whole arc is just gonna be like kind of a joke in a sense.
The thing is, that,
Something
like
about it.
for Ayama though, like at the end of the episode, they try and make it more serious because they try to actually try and make him like relatable to Deku, and like that's just where it just fell apart for me. Just like I can't take any of this seriously, so it just really fell flat.
Yeah.
It sounds bad. I don't remember that part. I don't remember what happened.
It was
I only remember.
was just at the end where he was telling Deku that like you like you can't handle you can't handle your quirk, or you don't fit in with your quirk, and
Oh,
I'm
right,
the same
right, yep.
way. But it's like that just did nothing to me. It just fell flat. So I guess it didn't really hurt him, but it just didn't really do anything for me in the end.
I just thought
Right.
it was funny where at the very end, the end statement was, Deku said, "And then we became friends," and that was it. It made me chuckle a little.
It didn't do anything for me, and
Yeah,
then
that's fine with that.
I don't know. I'm really worried that like it's just gonna get dumb with the villain. Like he's just gonna crash like the festival or something, and then like it's just gonna be dumb.
Yeah, I'm expecting that,
Like,
but I'm okay with it as long as they're kind of like setting it up for that. It'll be fine.
but that's
They already.
but unlike because for me, unlike Stren, I don't want any of this like slice of life stuff in Hero Academia. So I'm just
Hey, I'm
basically waiting for the arc to be over.
But okay, I would hate it, but I actually like how they do their comedy, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I don't
It's
really.
if they
I don't
if they
really,
ended up
I
doing
don't
it.
really care about the comedy in Hero Academia that
How,
much.
man? How do you not laugh when
It's
that guy
just-
shows up at his
it's
window and
just-
just goes away, and then Deku's
Yeah,
like
there's-
awake the entire time?
There's some pretty funny parts these past few episodes.
Yeah,
And then
it falls flat. It's just like it's like
You're just a hater,
the
David.
low hanging fruit of like Japanese comedy. It's like
Just a hater for comedy, man.
no, like the Konosuba movie that was funny, but like this Hero Academia, it's like it just it does like the quick takes where it's like you say something weird and then the other person reacts or what, and then it just goes like that. That's the comedy of this arc so far. That's all
Isn't
it's
that-
been. So
Isn't that like typical shonen humor?
sure, so that's why I don't like it. Then
I guess you
Like-
just don't like shonen humor.
I
But
prefer.
at least, did you at least laugh when Lemillion was trying to explain what a date was to Eri last episode?
Oh yeah, that was bad. It was good, but how he explained it, terrible.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, FBI, open up.
Yeah. Where's that dog guy?
Oh yeah, that's right. The dog guy, which I completely
Wolf-
forgot about. Was
Wolf
character.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He looks so out of place.
I mean,
I mean,
you have like
it's-
the principal who's like I don't even know what animal he is, like a bear or whatever.
Oh yeah, I
or-
suppose.
like
Little
an
That's not a bear,
an
man. That's a
anteater,
mouse.
a weasel, mouse.
mouse, yeah.
Some kind of rodent.
At least
Yeah.
at least we have Gang Orca, look badass.
Yeah, then we have the slap of the seal, or what the hell his name was.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. Nope.
He's the one where when Sue went to her work thing. I forgot the guy's name.
I barely remember that.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know his actual name. I forgot.
I was
But-
gonna mention real quick. I hope Peter liked the b boy in this episode.
Oh,
All they really did was just the 1-2
Oh,
step.
yeah.
That's all they
That was
really
my-
did. And
that was my least
even,
favorite
they
part.
couldn't even do that. Like, come on, guys.
No,
That
no,
was-
they got it. They got it at the end.
That was just my least favorite part because it took so much time to do that, and it just felt like when like the scenes were too long, with really nothing really happening. And I just a person that does not like dancing or singing, so I'm probably biased.
No, but then that's set up perfectly for the joke segment with Minata. It's like, if you're gonna do that, don't wear pants underneath. You know.
Yeah, and then basically just smashed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I really don't have anything else to say or like
No.
really lead on
I'm,
about
like,
this because
I'm
it's just kind of
pretty checked out of this arc. Like, I'm just basically waiting. I was just waiting for the next arc where it's gonna be just like the League of Villains invade again, or they fight. They're back again, and then start the fight. I just
they
wanna
run
s-
away like Team Rocket.
But like, hoping this time will be a better arc because hopefully we'll have the whole like class fighting, or at least have like Todoroki and Bakugo back.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of given up on Hero Academia already, just because of how the last
Damn,
arc,
dude.
the last arc fell flat. And then, like for me, I would have preferred it if they would continue this serious theme throughout the whole season, rather than do this, have a fall flat, and then go towards a lighter aspect, which is the school festival.
For me, it's like Hero Academia wasn't one of my favorite shonen, so like I just watched it more casually. So like I don't mind just like having it be slow and then picking up again. So
Whatever you say, guys. I'm
Okay.
still enjoying it.
so I'm just waiting
No, I
for.
mean,
I'm just basically.
like, It's going to bounce back when it's finally a serious arc. I can't see it because you can just think of it. It almost can't get any worse than that arc, right?
It can.
See, that's the thing.
David,
Every time
Hey,
I put my
just-
hopes up, I get knocked down. So I'm
Dude,
gonna stop.
just look at Bleach, man. Just like if you think it can't get worse, just look at Bleach.
I think this guy's
If
going
you
to be a
wanna-
little
you
bit
wanna
better.
watch like a downhill effect.
All right. Well, whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Alright, so that's it for Hero Academia. Remember, we're next to Haikyuu to the top with Stride and Coup.
Oh man.
Yeah, so these
Uh,
past
yeah,
few
go ahead.
episodes has been pretty hype, I'd say. Hinata's actually pretty well rounded now. He can actually pick up, look at, see a ball. He can make actually good decisions. So that's pretty hype. Kageyama discovered that, Hinata can be even better. Because if you really think about it, it all goes back to that one idea that Hinata never really refined his skills. He was just playing off instinct. So
Wait, still?
Kageyama's, yeah,
Like four
like
seasons,
even still,
4 seasons later, still.
yeah, because
Yeah.
when they came back, Kageyama was like Hinata, you can like jump even higher, which I thought he meant like you can do even better, but in this sense, he meant literally you can jump higher. You just have to work on your jump form. Because Hinata, he never really thought about how he jumped. He would just run and jump based on instinct. So now they're working on that, and then Kageyama is trying to figure out how to be a better setter, just because of all the comments that he received when he was at that training camp. So it's getting to the point where everything that they've learned is going to come down to this match to kind of refine it, put into practice.
Were you kind of I was kind of hoping it was going to be somebody else. I hate Date Tech. Like, I just think it's a boring school. I mean, it's fine for I guess just like an exhibition game.
Right.
School. I guess. I mean, I would rather see them here instead of like later on because they didn't. Yeah, they weren't. They're not going to be in the tournament because they lost already.
Yep. Right. But then it's just that their offense sucks, but they have like one of the best defenses nationwide.
Which I think just makes it even more boring. It's just like, God, nobody likes watching defense. That's why there's always rules that go favor the offense.
Bro, it's not all fun and games, right? You got to work on all the elements, all your fundamentals.
Come on, Strand.
Still at the Date Tech.
Come on, everyone loves watching defense-only football games.
Oh yeah.
Everyone loves when you can't score anything in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they love watching just a giant storm happening where they can't do anything but run the ball, and it's just that the entire game.
Well, you have to really think about it. It's like, how else are you going to showcase if your new offensive strategy is going to work? You
That's fair.
try it against the guy with the best defense in the nation.
Yeah.
Isn't it like in sports in general, like defense is always easier to work on than offense? That's why it always does better.
So, yeah, certain situations, I think.
Yeah, it's off and on. I feel like.
I think it really depends on the sport.
I guess I don't know about volleyball. I assume like popular sports like basketball and football. It's like,
well, when you're over 6 feet tall in Japan, I mean, I think defense is pretty easy.
Yeah, it's kind of cheating.
Yeah, and you're in high school. I think that at that point it's basically cheating. And you have a Russian import, but there was a, I don't know. It's also kind of hard to believe that this first set, like, just like how good, like how much better Date Tech got, like on defense. Just some of the things they've done, or they show like where it happens, like when, like where they sit in the middle and then somehow they can react like this, to move in the way, even though they're just giant bodies.
Yeah.
So there's just certain things that kind of like, I think they're just being a little bit too dramatic on. But the one thing, I don't know, what do you think of the animation so far?
Animation is not that great.
Okay.
like to be fair, I was expecting a lot from them, just because of how long I waited for it, and yeah, it's not holding up to my expectations. But I'm still enjoying it just for the story aspect.
That's so weird. That like because like a lot of the other anime like podcasts I listen to, like I've never heard anyone like complain about the animation so far.
That's the thing. It's so annoying because we were looking up things as well, and people were saying the artwork and animation was the best part of the show. I'm thinking, hell no! Like I ended up
like
rewatching
on Twitter too, and like on Reddit, like people are so
it's awful.
they're praising like the animation. So it's really weird that you guys keep saying it sucks.
Yeah, for this season.
Yeah,
this season. But if there's that one person that says like how bad the animation is, they get killed. They basically just get swarmed.
That's Reddit.
they just get swarmed, and it's just so annoying because I ended up going back to the last episode of the third season where you just feel like the hype, the emotions, everything, because it's like, damn, this looks so good. And even like the second to last episode of the second season when they're facing Oikawa, but I forgot the name of that school. But like you see that animation, it's just so good. It just makes it so much. I don't know. It's so hype. But then you go to like this, and then it's just how everything moves. It just looks awful. But we also found out like it's the same animation studio, but it's a different team that's working on it or doing it.
So B team.
Yeah. So JC staff.
Yeah, like the
production IG, man, give them respect.
I would.
No, their framing animation is horrible. It's nothing compared to season 1 through 3, which is pretty sad, right?
Yeah.
Like even season 1 is better.
Yep.
And I didn't really notice it until I think it was 4 or 5 episodes ago when Hinata was still at the other camp and he was ball boy, and he was running up to do his first hit. And just his running animation from start to finish was just horrible.
Clunky.
Yeah. And then in this episode, like it wasn't as bad, but still it wasn't as smooth or as crisp as the seasons. So
I also think another thing that kind of, in a sense, benefited me to see the animation is because, what was it, the last season came out, I think it was 3 years ago. So I think a lot of people probably didn't watch anything like during that period of time, and then they could have easily just kind of forgot. But it's like, since it was a few months ago when I binge watched the entire thing to catch up, I mean, it looked so, like, it was really noticeable right away. Like, for me, like, even like episode 1, thinking, oh god, this looks different. But then I was like, okay, we'll just wait till they play a match, and then we'll see what comes up after that. But then, even they haven't really technically played a serious match yet, but what they've shown, it's just like, oh god, this isn't going to be good.
Yeah, it hasn't been looking too promising.
But I mean, I still, like you said, like I still like the story. I still love the characters. But it's just like, I don't think I'm going to get nearly as hyped about the matches, just because, I don't know. I think a big part of it that Haikyuu had over a lot of other sports anime is just the animation was just so damn good.
Yeah, so I think at this point it's going to be based on music and like the moment, like you being caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
To kind of enjoy the matches.
What are your thoughts on the music this season so far?
I mean, music isn't too bad, but I'd still prefer season 2 and 3's music.
Yeah, those are top notch. I mean, I've had nothing against the music, but then I can't really remember any of the music that's been playing. I mean, it's got to be good. It's not bad, I guess, that I don't notice it. Or at least I haven't noticed it's been bad. But I think it must be. I think I don't know if it's anything that's stood out to me yet.
Yeah, it doesn't stand out as much as the last few seasons, but it's still enjoyable. It still kind of like hits the theme pretty well, I think. But yeah, again, I think everything has been up to par with the previous episodes or previous seasons.
Right.
But I do like how, like, when it's like standstill, there is no animation really. The characters do look more refined compared to last couple seasons.
Go back and check the third. Like it like their still images. They look obviously better than like their fluid animations.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I can't think of the term right now. But if you go back to the second and third season, like, and their still shots, they're still better. There's still a lot more.
No, I like this one because I feel like they outline them better, like in their standing still.
You think so?
Still shots, yeah.
Because
it kind I don't know if you ever seen Samurai Jack back in the day.
Oh god, yes.
All right, so like Samurai Jack, they didn't really focus on the outline. They kind of just kept the same outline as to what their color was supposed to be. Like it wasn't like a solid black outline.
Okay.
That's kind of what the animation approach they were trying to do with Samurai Jack, and I felt like with season 1 through 3, that's what they were going with as well. But then with this one, like their outlines is more refined, and I kind of like that better.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pay attention to that for next episode then.
Yeah, but again, like I said, it's not as great as before, but I think it's still like enjoyable, so it's fine with me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like for like the training arcs and stuff, I think it's fine. But it's more of like if the matches are gonna have that same impact as the other seasons now. Because like I think the reason why like for the previous seasons why those matches were so good is just because of like the animation that they did for
Mhm.
them. I mean, like even if these matches mean more, but if the animation doesn't hit as hard, I think it'll fall shorter.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because they're in nationals now.
hmm Yeah, and
Um,
then I guess I gotta wait until the next two episodes play out because I'm sure this entire match is going to take two episodes. And I guess I can make my final verdict then.
they might
Um,
it might only be one episode just because it is an exhibition match. It's not that big of a deal, but it does feel like this season has been slow or
yeah,
slower. I mean,
no, it's been pretty slow,
yeah.
honestly.
Well, it's like five episodes in, we're finally getting to an exhibition match.
Right? Yeah,
Uh, yeah, the training arc is done. They're all back together. Woot! And now it's time to play an exhibition match.
yeah. But the reason why I say two is because it looks like what is it? The guy with the ponytail, their ace in a sense.
Yeah.
It looks like he's still trying to something new. He's still trying to like refine his technique. So I
Oh,
think
that
that's
is
going to take
true.
one episode. And then Kageyama and Hinata, they still have to, I guess, refine their chemistry with each other
Mhm.
and figure out how much
Oh
better they
god.
get.
Yeah.
Because right when Hinata and Kageyama was about to like do something amazing, the captain told them to stop and go home. So they kind
Mhm.
of just stopped right there.
Yep.
So I'm sure they're gonna pull off something like crazy in this next match.
Yeah. And this episode ended with Kageyama and Nishinoya just about to go at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we'll
I
see
hear
what
that
comes of
way.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. The guy just used Rolling Thunder. Give him a chance. Just give him a break.
yeah. It's outdated, man. That's season 2 shit.
Who gives
We
a
need
shit,
something
dude?
season 4.
That move is it's still awesome just hearing it. Even
Yeah.
though the animation when he does that is terrible. But
Dude, it's so basic, right? Like there's nothing
yeah.
special about it. But
Yeah, well, no, I actually went back and watched like when he used Rolling Thunder in the previous seasons, and it's just it shit looks so much better.
yeah, I know. Like it
It's
looks
so
way
sad. Anyway, I'm done. I'm still liking the
better.
show.
Yeah, we'll see. It's still nice. It's still
Yeah, I'm
nice.
holding my breath and hoping that they basically put all like they're just holding off on the budget for the main matches. Hopefully, maybe the old team will come back. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe.
I
But
don't
it
think
doesn't
so.
look like I don't think anyone's complaining enough about it, so I don't
Yeah,
think
there's
they're gonna
not
change.
enough. Yeah, there's nearly not enough people complaining, which is too bad. It's just all those damn Sword Art fans.
Jesus.
I
Yep.
think it's generation, honestly. Just
Yeah, they lie to themselves just to make them feel better.
yeah.
It's like, no,
You're wrong.
my Shining
Perfect.
Gem show can't be going. Yeah, it's perfect.
I don't know why you say that
Don't
because
tell
like
me otherwise.
most of the anime critics are like your age or older. So
David, my God. Okay, older. Okay,
No,
that's fine. That's fine.
it's the culture. I feel like the culture has changed where everything has to be politically correct. You can't offend or critique anyone anymore and be honest.
Oh God, yeah.
You have to
that
accept it
happens
as
all
is.
the time in anime. Ku. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking
No,
about people in general.
in general nowadays.
Yeah.
I feel like back then you were able to critique it and then like people would back you up, say, yeah, you're right, it's not as good as it used to be, or they should be able to do it better. But nowadays you make any small critique and it's like, no, you're wrong. You're
Yeah,
wrong.
it's even like,
People
oh, the animation's not as good. It's like,
People
hey, leave them alone. They're trying their
you're looking in
best.
the wrong places then, because people shit talk anime all the time. Like there's so many like edgelords.
Well,
like,
not enough though. That's
you're just,
Yeah,
I think
'cause-
you're looking in the wrong places then.
Well, yeah, for the things that are bad, like there's not enough because like like we were saying about the animation, everybody says like animation's awesome. It's better than previous season. Hell no, it's nowhere close as good as the previous seasons. They just have to go back and watch it. I don't know what the hell they're watching.
Maybe they're I don't know.
Also,
Like I
like
said,
you have to remember too,
it's
anything on the
precious.
internet is just an echo chamber. Like you can't like give like a general you can't just like get like a general consensus of what people think just based on what like because whoever like posts stuff on the internet are always like vocal minorities. So
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, but like, because we're being negative about the animation, but if there's like I said earlier, there'll be that one person that will like actually mention about how the animation is bad or something, and they just get mauled and destroyed.
that's Reddit, man. So
I think that's just a lot of places in general. Because like even like if you go to like anime lists, like you look at their score, like what the people are scoring and how they're scoring like
That's
animation.
again, it's
itself.
anime lists. You would never use anime lists as like a legit. Trusting anime lists is like trusting Steam reviews. All right, you don't
That's
do
true.
it.
Yeah, but
Wait,
Steam reviews are hilarious, so they don't
Those are
take themselves
legit.
serious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
What are you talking about?
Steam
that's
doesn't
why,
take themselves
that's why you
serious.
don't like. That's why you don't trust Steam reviews or anime lists.
That's why you don't trust
I don't
anyone
know.
but yourself, because everyone sucks but you.
Yeah, it's just I
I
don't
mean,
know.
honestly, like I know you're joking too, but like honestly, like a lot of things is like I have to do things myself. I have to basically just, like any media, I have to look at myself and judge for myself because
Yeah, so where,
I
like
know
where are
that.
the like like where are the places that would be like the legitimate places to go of like people that would
Nowhere.
yeah. It just seems like they're. It's just like
I don't
it
know.
almost feels like
The
how
only good places so far is like if it's like a less popular series on Reddit, those still have like good discussions because people
okay. I might
aren't
have
like
to try to find those in.
there's not like the mob mentality or whatever.
Yeah, I might try message or sending a comment like if we
Otherwise,
if you know,
it's just like in real life friends, really.
yeah, I might try doing a comment on Reddit. Like maybe next episode if the animation still holds just awful, and just say like something simple like oof that animation is awful or
Don't do
something, and
simple,
just
but
see
then
what happens.
no one's gonna see it. Make sure
Um,
it's like more detailed than
Really
that.
killing it. Okay.
I
But the
feel like
problem
you're
is
just
like
wasting
Make sure
your
it's like
time.
at least 2 or 3 cents, Jen.
yeah okay. But like I've
And
been saying, like, I
make sure
still like
you're
the show. I
early.
like the I
Make
still
sure
like the characters. I like the story. Everything still.
yeah,
But the animation is
make sure you're early too. Like so like like you have to like basically
before
come to
this
like
the episode before it
Yeah.
airs.
well don't do that.
Uh, hey, or okay,
Do
I'll
it
have to figure out like the
like as
time.
soon as like the episode comes out, watch it, then you have to comment right away,
No,
basically.
no, no. I'll like right when it airs in Japan. I'll just make it seem like I speak Japanese or I understand it,
Oh yeah.
and then just immediately comment something that I haven't even seen. And of course, that would be the episode where they go back to season 3 animation, and then I get destroyed.
Well, whatever. Do what you want.
But I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's a waste. I guess discussions are always nice, but everyone has different opinions,
Yes.
and just the fact that if you try to validate that online, I don't think it's ever going to work with this current culture that we have.
Yeah, I mean, if they still if they like if these people that they see the animation as awesome or amazing, good for them. They can watch the show and they won't have anything bothering them.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm done, man.
I was gonna say like yeah, even though like discussion sucks, like I don't know, I still feel like we should still have it. It's just I don't know, like
No, like I said, discussion is always great, but it's hard nowadays to get an actual discussion going without people just bashing each
Fighting
other
each
and
I
other.
being
don't know what's
Yeah.
close-minded.
nowadays, Koo. It's always been bad. Like
Uh,
forum wars has always been a thing. So
Yeah, that's true.
like like you think
no,
about
but at least
you think about like the early 2000s,
no.
like all like
I do think it's getting worse though.
like the video game stuff.
I think it's just getting worse because like that because like that group is like kind of in a sense growing, and then like the younger people are just kind of following them. So I think they only know toxicity, really.
Yeah, it's just,
Right, like
Or
I
like
said,
toxicity has always
as
been
long as you're
there. So
open-minded,
yeah,
as long as there's open-mindedness, there's actual discussions going on. I'm okay with that.
yeah.
But when it's just single-sided arguments, I feel like it's pointless,
Yep.
and that's more what I see than
Yeah.
what I used to see back then.
Your opinion sucks. The animation is great, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
But I mean, I digress. I don't know.
so lesson is stay off Twitter, kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I guess that's gonna be it for Haikyuu to the top.
Yeah, that was like 1/4 of that was IQ.
Yeah.
We're moving on next to Fake Grind Order, another topic that me and Stride love to disagree with Reddit.
Yeah.
Not for the animation,
Yeah.
but it's still good. But like, God,
Yeah. Like story based, and that's like, but David, it's so easy. Don't you follow everything that
God,
they've done
dude,
for Fate?
that one guy in Reddit still pisses me off. Like, just,
We have to find him.
but,
Manhunt.
Yes.
It's like 4chan all over again. Let's
Yeah.
go, guys.
but
So I don't even remember like what really happened, and besides like the world seems like it's about to end.
think
Everything
the
is
last-
basically like some laughing spiders.
basically like, I think where we left off was when Kingu like got impaled by the monsters things basically.
Oh yeah, and he had the Holy Grail.
Yeah, so it's revealed that he
Yeah.
had the Holy Grail in his heart, and then basically like I don't know,
Then
just
one of the laughing spiders ate the Grail, grew wings, and flew away. Yeah, he leveled up. He was a +5 limit break.
and then like I don't know, so just trying to remember, like I guess like the scene where Sidori when she saved like Kingu from everyone else and she's basically sacrificed her life. That was a really good moment right
Yeah.
there.
Feels bad, man.
So that's a good part of the storytelling that carried over from the mobile game. That part I liked, but everything else is just like it's just basically like more mobile game format. So
I kept thinking like when it first kind of showed that she turned into a spider, I was like, oh man, they gotta save her. Then I forgot this is fate. Nobody's saved. They all die.
Cause what else? Like I mean, again like I didn't realize that like I guess I missed this, but just like when Ishtar was already contracted to Fujimaru as a servant, which I don't understand like about having the multiple servants thing, because I swear like Fate you can only have one servant, like a servant class.
When you only have one master, you have to change up those rules.
Yes, like yeah, you're allowed mobile game shenanigans again because you gotta have a party. So
Gotcha system. Gotta summon them.
So, but I mean the scene where Ishtar like well again it's really weird that like Fujimaru he has to use the command spell to activate the Noble Phantasm. I swear they could do it on their own, but
well, if it's like the mobile game, you get like three. You get three of You just said it. What is it called?
Noble Phantasm.
No. The things on his
Command
hand.
spell.
Yeah, command spells. He had. I know in the game you could use them. You could use one for either like to like buff up their attack or something. So
Okay,
she might be. Yeah, so she might be able to use it, but then he's just buffing her.
Dude, she ran out of mana so much in this. I think last episode where like when because was it Ushiwaka? She finally appears.
Oh yeah,
After
I forgot about that.
Getting corrupted by it's basically the Fate corruption. Like it's basically like the worms from like Fate Zero.
Yeah,
like, I assume, but like it's just Fate loves the corruption, or like how like Heaven's or Unlimited Blade work where Saber got corrupted or whatever.
Yeah, it's more like they give into desires and then they become tainted and evil. I think something like that.
It's just anime corruption.
Yeah.
So that was I assume that was like like what that was like the corrupt side like taking over, and that's why she attacked.
Yeah.
Even though like I don't know like the fights it was cool, but it felt too short. Like
they were really fast.
She just showed up and then did a cool fight scene, and then she died once to Ishtar.
The blast.
The blast.
The pew guns.
And then Ishtar is saying, "Oh hey, I ran out of mana," and then
Debate.
Ushiwaku like Jibei, I can shadow clone jutsu myself. And then
it was
And then was it that's when Fujimori he had to like do like the mana transfer right onto Ishtar.
Yes.
So she can do like all the beam blasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought like I don't know. I thought like Ushiwako like that part was gonna be longer, but it was like you said, it felt very.
I mean, it was cool, but like it felt filler because it didn't really do anything. Like, I guess it stopped them from grabbing the Holy Grail like monster thing. But again, it felt very mobile gamey. And then like when Ishtar goes to attack the smaller Tiamat, like again she's on mana, but you get this command spell, so she gains her mana back again.
That was a pretty crazy looking Noble Phantasm though.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. Even though you find out that it did nothing.
Tiamat's like design, like I don't know, I was expecting something more epic. It looks very tame and
CGI.
Yeah, it's very CGI for the big one at least. But like, just I don't know her design. Like, I don't know. Like, just it wasn't what I was expecting. Like I was expecting something more. I was expecting something like Final Fantasy, like Final Boss kind of thing. And it just looked like I don't know.
For in shows in general, I've always hated enemies that are just huge, massive. I think that just takes a lot away from the fights. But then again,
I'm just talking about just her original, like when she was like smaller, like her original like character design. I don't know, just
I thought it was fine.
it
It
just
looked
well,
very
she's
fake.
like the final like boss, of the like the whole thing, and it's just like
I
I was
suppose
just expecting something more epic. It just seemed more not tame or more like I don't know.
maybe this isn't her final form yet.
Maybe yeah, it's not her final form
Maybe
yet.
there's another form, yeah.
Maybe yeah.
But
So
it was a oh god, what was it? No, I thought the design was fine. But I don't know why you would like I hated how like the like Tiamat became just huge, and then of course for some reason they had to CGI it instead of just being able to draw it like the smaller version when it looks exactly the
well,
same
I
almost
mean,
except two giant horns in her back.
Cloverworks and UFO they both love using CGI for Fate.
Yeah, I know, but Ufotable's better at it. But I guess with this though, with Cloverworks, they were still able to make a fight look awesome in CGI, even though it was a giant
I
boss
mean,
with the
all their fights
with
have been
the
really good.
Gorgon. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. So it's
Like
that,
Cloverworks done a really good job. I mean, even like when Cloverworks was doing like Sword Art, like the fights are still pretty good too. So that's like a good thing they can do.
wait. Sword Art did Cloverworks, or Cloverworks did Sword Art?
I'm pretty sure. Oh, like they were like I think this because they were originally A1,
Oh,
and
okay.
so I think this is the A1 team that did most of the Sword Arts before.
Gotcha.
Actually, or I maybe I don't know. I swear they did Sword Art like you mean season 1 or 2 or something, but
I'll check it later.
but yeah, but Sword Art and the other shows like they were like the action team of A1, and then they spun off, and now they're Cloverworks.
Gotcha.
So, but but and then I don't know, just and then the last episode like I get the tonal shift, like it just felt really weird where
Yeah.
like oh we like humanity's about to die, we have 500 people left, we have
Yeah, they had to run back to
this is
go
all
go
serious,
there.
but then and then they're just joking around how oh Ishtar we're gonna use that one beast you have, and oh I don't have it, and it just felt really weird, the whole comedy bit. It felt
Yeah,
out of place.
yeah, it was just kind of out there. It's just like well, we're about to all die, but
And then
let's laugh about it.
like the underworld girl, I forgot her name again that we can't pronounce. When then
Yeah, I forgot it.
she was acting tsundere too. It's like I don't know.
She's always acted like that though.
I don't know if that's her character. It's just like, is this really a time and place for that? When like, yeah,
Yeah, I also thought it was kind of stupid how it's like to make like what their whole grand scheme where they're gonna bring since Tiamat the only way
yeah.
she can die is if humanity dies. But then they thought of the plan to bring her to the underworld,
Man, it just
and she's just like, oh, it's gonna take 10 years. But since I've been thinking about this forever, it'll take me 3 days to do it. And it's just like, oh
just the
god,
whole like taking a giant boss and moving it to the underworld sounds so very JRPG. It sounds like
it
a
does.
Final Fantasy or a Shin Megami Tensei type of move.
Yeah, yeah,
It's or like a Persona where it's like, oh hey, this evil is about to come into the real world. The only way to stop it is to move it to like the Persona world or something.
yeah,
Just,
yeah. That does actually sound very Persona.
like that's just all I'm reminded of. Like, you can't do it in the real world, so you gotta do another dimension or the underworld, basically.
Yeah, it's whatever.
So,
Like the story, it's already like I was already lost.
yeah, I just
Episode
like
32.
reinforcing our statement, basically. Like, don't watch Great Game Order if you didn't play the mobile game. Just find a YouTube video of all like the fight scenes.
Just watch fights, yeah.
Just
If you
watch
like
fights.
animation, go for it.
Or I guess
But-
I guess if you don't really if you're not that picky about like story and stuff, you can still watch it. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I still think it's really good. The story is
I
complex.
think like if
as
you're
hell,
having
but-
expectations of like for the Fate lore, then that's where like you wanna play a
yeah,
mobile game.
go to message boards and
Yeah.
and look at synopsises and all of that stuff.
Get yelled at by people on Reddit, but that
Yeah,
that,
basically.
you're not trying hard enough to follow the story.
Yeah, instead of actually getting help, you basically just criticize them. Easy.
So
That's all I got.
yeah, because
Next
uh,
episode, I assume they're gonna find that they're gonna look for the beast and they're gonna
Well,
go from there. I mean,
they have to like stall for a day basically. So
yeah. So filler time to look for the beast.
how do you have filler
Right?
when it's
Right?
like that's God like how do you have filler when it's like the final boss is approaching in like 2 days, man.
It happens when you have 21
It's
episodes in a
again
season.
like JRPG. It's like, oh hey, we're about to hit before you go to the final boss, let's clear out our side quests real quick. Before we go fight Sephiroth in the live stream, let's go to like Midgar and Cosmo Canyons and
Yeah.
Golden Saucer before we
Yeah.
finish this.
Ourselves waiting at the tournament, we have 24 hours to train for him.
9 days, sir.
Oh, was it 9 days? Oh, my bad. I couldn't remember it. It was too long ago. I just knew he gave him time. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
So was it like there was like a week break after episode 15, and then after episode 18 is gonna be another week break. So next
Very
week is
weird
episode
spot.
18. Then the week after that's gonna be a week break, and then I guess the final 3 will be the finale when we finally get to fight against Tiamat.
Yeah, finally, nowhere else for them to run. It is finally the battle.
And hopefully everyone has their own damn real names now, because you got Kingu and Tiamat, the real ones now. So
yeah,
so I think that's just gonna be it for Fate Grand Order.
I'm good.
All right, we're gonna move on next to It Invaded with me and Ku. I would say this is probably like my favorite show of the season so far. I'm really enjoying this. Just really enjoying the plot.
I just have one gripe about the series is the fact that they don't give you anything to work off of. They're just throwing shit at you every episode.
Okay, yeah,
that's the only gripe I have found with the show.
That's what I was complaining about in the earlier episodes too, like episode 1 or 2. I've had that since the beginning, so I've come to terms with it. Like, I'm just watching for the ride now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was kind of expecting this to be a like reoccurring thing, but even still,
it's still disappointing. Yeah,
it's still really disappointing. I mean, the show itself is enjoyable. I think the writing is pretty fun. The characters are pretty enjoyable.
It does
but
a
yeah,
good job of it does a good job of making you excited for the next episode. So
yeah, that's like I said, that's the only gripe.
Even if our complaints about like not letting you solve the mystery and like some of the writing is a little off. Like I still would say it's like the one it's like the one I look forward to every week. So I guess that would be considered my favorite show of the season so far.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I also have to complain too, like how because everyone keeps repeating how like in order to use like the wells or the dive tech thing, like you have to be like a serial killer, and they showed like how Sakaido, like he only killed like the guy who murdered his daughter. So he's not technically a serial killer. He's just a murderer. He only killed one person, but everyone's treating him like a serial killer. So that's just like the only weird thing.
I think the only reason why that's even a thing is because his urge to kill was so strong that's why it counted, I guess.
Or even like the other detective chick too. They call her a serial killer even though she only killed that one guy in self-defense.
No, because then she killed herself, which counted as a kill.
Wait, when?
Supposedly, when she drilled that hole in her head.
Oh my god.
Yeah, apparently that counted as her dying or her killing herself because it was suicide, because that's how they were able to create that well, the second well you see in the series.
I guess if they have to use it for you have to do a technicality for the well, I guess I could see that.
Yeah.
It's still dumb that like you get considered a serial killer.
Yeah, and then I don't know, maybe Sakaido did something else too. I don't know. Oh wait, well I guess the other thing we might be forgetting is that you know how let's see, which one was it? I think it was the second killer that they captured was across the cell from Sakaido, and then Sakaido was able to kind of like convince him to commit suicide.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that? I guess
that
actually makes more sense now. I forgot about that. Where he drives.
He keeps killing them
to commit suicide. I guess.
Yeah, and I think he's done like what 4 or 5 so far.
Yeah, something like that.
So I guess he technically is a serial killer.
Now that you say that makes more sense. But it doesn't make. I guess.
Yeah.
It's weird then for the detective chick because it was like her damaging herself and then like her like killing the guy in self-defense. That one's more weird.
Yeah, I think it's pretty inconsistent. But I mean, like I said, if you're able to just throw whatever you want out there and make it like applicable to your show's mechanics, I guess it's whatever. Because that's what they do with everything anyways. They're constantly just throwing shit out at you.
So when I was like, I had to catch up for like a bunch of episodes that I missed, like just like when uh detective chick, I think she was like Hondo Machi or whatever. Like
Yeah.
when she went to that other girl's house and she realized that she was like the grave digger. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like I don't know, like I didn't even think about that at all. It just caught me off guard that like that girl would be like the actual like grave digger, like controlling the other guy.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere too, because apparently, like Hondo knew the whole time. That's why she went there first, and it's like how is she this good, or what made her came to that conclusion? You know,
Because
and then the fact
I think
that
she's still a rookie. She's a rookie, right? Like
yeah, she's still a rookie.
when we met her, she was like a rookie. I think she just joined the team, like
Yep.
right before she got captured by the guy who drilled the hole in her head.
Yeah, she's some naive little chick who wants to be like the best detective, whatever, right? Like I guess her
Well,
sense of justice is there.
she's not even, she's like figuring out things right away, or I don't know, like
Yeah, well, I guess this was after she has that hole in her head. So maybe that hole in her
yeah,
head is making
that
her
doesn't
like
make you smarter. I don't care what the show says.
no, that's the thing. Like everyone that has that hole in their head and is living, it affects them in a different way. Kind of like how that one guy, his impulses between love
Impulses,
and
yeah.
hate
Okay, like
is rewired together.
yeah,
They're like swapped. So maybe for her, it made her like a lot smarter. I guess I don't know.
that's not how it works for brain damage, but the
Like I said, it works apparently.
no,
So
the girl, like the grave digger, like that one chick, she's, her motive is so weird because it was saying that she's sadistic and she loves watching people in pain. But then like of
mhm.
course like when the guy the guy like the whole dies, like she never even cared for him at all until like he's like on like dying on the floor, and then oh suddenly like I love him now. It's just I don't know. It's just the whole thing was
I
really
loved you
weird.
all along. Yeah, because that's how psychopaths are. They don't make
Just
sense.
very weird. And I was
You know,
just
you know, let's just say nothing makes sense. Nothing in this show makes sense, but it's just enjoyable as fuck for some
that's just
reason. I
man,
don't know how to explain it.
like even though it's that's why it's enjoyable, but stuff like that really ruins like the right like just the inconsistency really ruins what could should have been a really good show.
Nah, you're just reading too much into it. Because, like I said, once I just like let it go, right? Try to
Yeah,
just like stop trying to piece things together. I've enjoyed the show a lot better.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think we should just do our best to just let the show ride and let it tell us how it's going to happen.
We're
So
going full Inception now. We gotta dive deeper.
yeah, dude, when I saw that second well, I was like, oh man, Inception. This guy must be a fan of that movie.
You gotta get your spinning totem. Make sure it's actually like you're actually in like the reality.
Oh, maybe Kairu was the the spinning totem
The
all along.
totem.
Yeah, who knew?
Maybe the spinning totem was the friends me along the way.
Yeah, apparently him and that guy is best friends now, right? They're brothers.
So because in the real world he's like Kyodai or brother, and he's like shut the fuck up.
Right.
And then in like the well he's like brother. He's like brother, huh? Oh, that sounds
That's
cool.
funny. Okay, yeah, sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I feel like I called it a while ago as to him being one of the main characters, but I didn't think it would be like he would have this much airtime.
I did not expect
Um,
like him to have that much airtime at all.
yeah, which I guess kind of makes sense with how they set him up. Um,
I don't know, just like
but
every
I don't know,
it's
kind of leaves like a bad taste in your mouth in a sense.
because like when they started the show, it sounded like it was gonna be like each file was gonna be like a case of the week thing where like they just do it'd be episodic where they
Hmm.
just do like a file and then just like never touch it ever again. But every single like the whole everything from the first file has just been important to this whole story. So
No, if it's had more than one episode to explain that case, then it's somewhat important to the
because
story or to the season.
the first because he was from the first case.
Yep,
He
and
drilled
that
the
had two
hole.
episodes.
He drilled the
Mhm.
hole, and then one of his victims was like working for the gravedigger, and then that was like the next case. So it's like we moved on from
Yep.
the hole digging to the gravedigger to now like so it's all been all connected so far.
I want to say two of the cases wasn't connected. The
Which,
only ones that were connected were the ones that had John Walker involved.
because well,
Because John Walker wasn't in all the wells.
no, because the girl who was like trapped, because because after the first case, it was like the girl who was trapped in like the barrel where she was, that was the gravedigger, or like the copycat, I guess. But it was still related. It was like he was copycatting like the gravedigger crime, so technically it was still related. You know?
No, no. The second case wasn't it the bomber, the photography bomber.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was the second case. I think the gravedigger was the
Okay,
third
maybe
one.
he was like maybe that was the only one that didn't like that wasn't related. But then it just feels like almost besides that one, like almost all like the cases have been related to like the gravedigger to like the guy of the hole.
Yeah.
So
Uh, but again, I think all the wells that had John Walker involved is the ones that you should pay attention to because they tie the story together. But
basically,
everything else was kind of just it was just
so
there for
oh my
filler.
god, so like when they said like was it Motoki or that guy got arrested because he's John Walker, like it was so
Yep.
sketch, like it was so obviously sketch, like I don't know if they made it that way on purpose or it was just like bad foreshadowing, but just like it just felt really weird. Like why are you going through all this dramatic stuff when like you can totally tell like it's not really him.
Yeah, I feel like it was forced.
It was so
And
sketchy, like the whole thing. And then because the very last thing this episode was like at the end he was saying it's a trap. You gotta get them out there.
yeah, so obviously he knows something that he's not telling everyone else. But I think they're putting too much on the guy to like. Obviously, he knows what's going on, I guess. But I really doubt that he's John Walker or he was the
No,
guy who kidnapped and killed
I mean
the inventor of the well.
like it just seems like it's the old guy, like the head of the police department, whatever. It seems like he's setting everything up.
Yeah.
That's gets so like I don't know, so weird that like he went through all the trouble of, like because he had to put all the evidence, he had to plant the evidence in the guy's house, like all the evidence plus like the clothes, plus he had to like bury the bones in his yard too, like going through all that for that just that one guy. So
But then, to be fair, like I said, with how the show's been going, it wouldn't surprise me if it turns out that he really was John Walker and he was the mastermind behind it all. It wouldn't surprise me, right? There's some kind of like weird, stupid twist.
I guess, but I expect the show to be better than that. Hopefully,
Well,
even
like I said, this past year and a half, it's been a lot of letdowns, sir. When I get my hopes up, so
jeez,
I do my best not to get my hopes up.
jeez.
Just enjoy the ride.
I
But
felt
yeah, but it's still like I said, it's still enjoyable. It's just a lot of things don't make sense
yeah.
as of this point.
It felt really bad seeing like Sakaido's like wife and daughter and like in as well, like
Oh yeah,
just like he's just every image you see, like whenever it goes back to him in his cell and this pictures of his daughter, you just feel bad for the guy, man.
um,
Because like
yeah, but
this anime is just constantly reminding you that this guy's daughter is like brutally murdered.
yeah, hopefully it'll be a big driving force towards the end as to how he gets back from limbo in Inception
We
terms,
gotta go
right? Hopefully,
deeper.
limbo. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens because it looks like they're doing a partner system now. Hondo already went first to the second well, and
So
then Sakaido's about to go in the second well as well.
cause so Sakaido
So
he's
maybe don't.
going to like the Kiku like person.
Yep,
Hondo is she going to that same person or like
same person.
I
I
forgot
think
who
it's the
she
same person.
is. It okay
Supposedly
because
she was one of the victims of the
of the
Challenger
challenger.
that they
Okay, so
rescued.
everything's
Yeah.
related to the challenger. That's what they're doing. So
Yep.
and
Hmm.
Kiku was like he was like the guy that Motoki was like investigating too. So okay,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
really weird.
So
That's so weird how like because I guess they're diving in consciousness. It just feels really weird how like everyone's like in the same place together or
no,
how
because remember this the two wells that had him was Sakaido and Momoki's.
I know but like it's gonna be weird if they like converge together into that one same well from like two different places. I don't know.
I mean,
It
if
just
Inception can do it, why can't they?
Inception
Right?
was like I guess it was dreams and this is more consciousness. So I guess I guess it's kind of
No,
like
because it's still
similar.
your
Okay.
yeah. It's kind of the same thing. It's your subconscious.
Subconscious,
So I
yeah,
guess it's somewhat
similar.
similar. Yeah,
Man, I just remember.
but I don't like.
I just remember Inception. Like, just think back to that movie. Everything that they did was just like to plant a seed in one guy for something trivial or small. Like this whole giant like plot. Like so many things had to go just to plant a seed in this one guy.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's powerful.
So
It's a powerful thing to do. But yeah, I mean that's all I really have though. Like I said, it's still enjoyable, but they're kind of just
oh,
throwing stuff out there.
the show also has my favorite ending song. Stren, go listen to it if you haven't already. It's it's my favorite ending
Which
song.
show?
Agent
It
Invaded.
Really?
The
You
ending
like
song.
Miyavi's version of that? Yeah, I've heard it already.
Dude, I love it, man.
It's I'll wait. Oh, I haven't listened to the full version though.
I didn't listen to full version, but I love like hearing that ending song come on at the end of the episode.
I love their opening song.
I like the ending better.
they're both okay.
I love ending to the other side, man.
You guys are both wrong.
To the other side.
Fight me.
Whatever. I'm gonna mute myself.
Fight me, bro. All right, so
Yeah, that's it for me.
we're on next to Darwin's Game. So I caught up this one, and I'm still enjoying the show, even though like it's still very like it's like doing all the same thing that all like the battle manga survival apps stuff do, but I'm enjoying it so far. I didn't realize that like that the people we see in the OP we get them all in this one event.
I mean, come on. Like I said, if they're in the OP together, they're probably going to end up together
Yeah,
somehow.
but I didn't realize this. I didn't realize that the event would take up this long. I thought it'd be like a 2 or 3 episode thing. It's gonna take up the whole entire season. With the way it's going.
I feel like it is because the climax you can tell is going to be them versus the eighth clan, right?
Yeah.
And as of right now, they've only just entered phase 2 of the event, so I don't think they're going to be able to add another event or
I
something.
thought this was gonna be like an hour event. I think it's like a 24-hour event or something. Like they're just going for so long. They have 2 phases.
Yeah, I don't even know. Has it been just a day so far?
Because there was like a timer and like it was counting down. And, like there was like 16 hours left.
Okay.
So it was a really long event, like at least a day.
Yeah. So
And I think now they have like 9 hours left or something in the event.
Yeah, but they know where the last ring is because they figured out what the puzzle was, right?
Yeah.
So now they're heading to the right coordinates, and I guess we'll see how you end the event there.
That's so weird. Okay, the fact that like the guy with the machine gun Ryuji when he joined, that's just really weird. Like it just, I know they do this a lot in anime, but it just feels so out of place for him like just to join their team. I don't know.
What? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah,
So
but it's just
that,
like
that
he seems so
applies.
antagonistic towards like the main guy when they first met, and then he doesn't die, and then somehow like oh like now we gotta join up. I don't know.
Yeah, so we can fight Wang, that the bastard. He took something from me or killed someone I love. I don't know. Blah blah blah.
I mean, it's understandable to jump against Wang. It just feels so weird. Just this whole situation. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, we'll see if that applies after the event. That's kind of the reasons why I don't like openers that spoil it this way, because I would have never expected them to join, like you mentioned, except that
Well,
sets them in the opening together.
we didn't see
I felt like
we
they're
didn't
going
see
to
his
join.
face until he took off his mask. So that was more surprise.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, we didn't. That's a surprise. I was more surprised, but then the blue haired chick with the guy, her twin brother, or whatever, like she was in the opening, so that's less surprising.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But then if you pay attention to the clothing and the gun, it was the same. So I imagine it was the same guy.
I didn't think it was to be that guy because I thought he was gonna die to the plant in the elevator. I didn't realize like he was kept alive, so that's why I guess
Oh yeah,
I just assumed he was dead.
brain control.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird because there was two other guys too that was brain controlled, but apparently he just let them go and they ran away. He was the only guy that stayed with them for some reason.
because yeah, because I mean it made it sound like he was a villain this whole time until they teamed up, and then you realize oh like I was just only controlling them, and then yeah everyone was let go.
No, he still had some redeeming factors in the fact that he didn't kill the MC right away. After he gave him his ring, he just let him go. So I guess he had some redeeming factors to him. Like he's not just a stone cold killer. And
but
like maybe the reason why he didn't kill him was because he had that sigil where he can tell if someone's telling the truth or not.
yeah,
So maybe seeing that he was like some kind of weak newbie, he just said, you know what, it's not worth my time. I'm just gonna go.
that's such
So
a weird like sigil to have for someone with a machine gun because like I guess he bought it from like winning so much I guess.
oh yeah,
So
gotchas for the win.
and the whole okay like the whole like scene in the subway where the main guy rescues Shuka and I don't know just where she was like suddenly in love I don't know where she was suddenly in love with him like again it just feels weird because like she the whole beginning part she was saying that she want to make a clan and she just treating him like family and now she's in love with him so that part is weird. It
Mm,
was not a good
no,
transition.
to be fair, I felt like she was always in love with the guy after she lost him the first time.
I
But
guess
then I
yeah
guess this just solidified it
it's
because
the
at
turn
first she was at first she was interested in the guy because he beat the newbie killer, whatever, the bear,
yeah
and then that's why she chose to like seek him out. And then after losing to him, she found interest in the guy, and I guess this sealed the deal. It's like, oh, like I really love this guy. So
it just felt just the transition to that just felt really weird but whatever. It was she's it was like it was gonna be obvious because she's a heroine. This is a shonen manga, so it's pretty obvious.
gotta have that ship somewhere, sir.
She's pretty badass
Uh,
still though. Just using her chains like a Spider-Man, going around just killing everyone with it.
I find it really weird how she's losing to these guys though. Like the ice person, I felt like if she should have won that in most cases, even if she got ambushed like that. Like she should have been able to get out of it with no issues.
I
Like
guess.
like what, like 10, 15 minutes earlier in that episode, there was a sniper that was like miles away from her and I was about to take her out, and she was able to find out where she was and kill her before she took the shot.
Yeah.
Like this girl clearly has some kind of like sixth sense for danger. So for her to be able to get like ambushed by this one little girl that doesn't even have
Doesn't
the
even
like
doesn't
the
even
urge to
fight
kill,
much. Yeah.
right? You
Yeah,
know,
that part is weird.
and then all of a sudden like she got taken out. Like that's, I find it to be kind of weird. It's not consistent, but I mean it's whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
So
don't know. I mean, what do you think the end game is? Like what's going to be at that stadium?
I don't know. I'm assuming like gold or treasure. I don't know what else you'd do in a survival game. Like maybe like a power up or like someone or extra life. It's like either power up or extra life would be the only other thing if it's not like more gold or points for money.
I mean, all the rings itself is like what you need for points and currency, so I don't think that would be a thing.
I don't know. Like just and like the way the the analyst chick like she kept saying like I think the event was changing. Whoever the admin was, it kept like changing the objectives or what they wanted. So it's just really weird how they're gonna explain it because it seems they're just changing it like just to
Yeah,
fit
it
the
kind of just changed on
situation.
the fly. Yeah, it went from like what, a battle royale to a clan war in a sense.
Well, even no, just even the treasure hunt event, like it went from like something like event where like um more kind of like a event where like multiple people would win to something like where now it seems like their whole objective was just to clear out the players or kill as many players as they could. So
Yeah, true.
and like that thing that sucks is that like if the events got take up the whole season and like not gonna explain anything about the game, which is like I don't know. I guess depending on what you look forward to in this show, like if you're enjoying the action, then it's fine. But for me, I always prefer like story, so I want to know more about the game and like the app, and they're not gonna explain it because they're gonna be too busy doing this event.
Yeah, if I don't think we're gonna get any story development unless this gets a season two. I feel like they're just gonna
I feel like
rush it
once
towards
they
the climax with the eighth clan or whatever,
yeah,
and then that's gonna be it.
that's I mean that's basically battle like survival like app games. It's just like you never get to the end,
Yeah,
and
sadly,
that's
this one has a lot of problems.
and face that's why I don't trust like the whenever they get adapted to anime. It's like they're basically just there for the mangas. You have to read the manga to finish it.
Yeah, but it looks so promising. I don't think I could read this as a manga. Like if it wasn't
I don't know
animated,
about
I wouldn't.
promising. Like it felt the same as every other survival game app.
Yeah, but it looked like you would have closure at least.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Maybe just me getting my hopes up again. I don't know.
Even after you said you wouldn't.
Yeah, because it's a lot more enjoyable to watch than the other survival horror games or survival horror animes that I've seen in the past few years.
Hmm.
So I was kind of hoping that this one would be the one where they actually fleshed out and have more details shown to you. So
I wasn't expecting much when it was like when they had the 11 episodes. That's what I could tell. Like, yeah, we're not gonna get much in this show, and the synopsis didn't really
maybe.
sound interesting either. So
Um, I don't know. It was interesting enough for me to watch the show. So I don't think it was that bad.
I mean, this show is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. So yeah,
Yeah, true, but I mean, it still piqued my interest to actually pick up the show. You know,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I guess we'll see how it ends. But I mean, uh, yeah, hopefully they give us more details later on. They don't just close it out randomly.
I'm hoping like the fight against Wang. Like, I hope it's gonna be like a team fight with all the people. It's not just gonna be like just Shuka and the main guy doing everything. Like, that's why I always hope for the animes like this. Is like when you have a bunch of people on your side, you want some good, some like exciting team combination, not just like two people carrying the whole thing.
I mean, to be fair, I still don't know what Wang does, and he seems overly powered. And the only other subordinate he had that seemed capable of taking care of himself, it looks like the florist is going to knock him out in the next episode. So I have a feeling it's going to take all five of the MC's clan to
Yeah,
fight
no,
off
but
Wang.
I want them all to be like equally contributing, not just like having Shuka carry the whole thing because she's the strongest.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
That's what I'm worried about. It's just gotta be her fighting, like keeping busy the whole time, where everyone else is just useless.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping for Wang's clan to have more of a diverse cast too, not just him. You know?
Uh, When they showed him up, when they showed that he was in the first event, I could I wasn't keeping my hopes up. I think that'd be like later arcs, I assume.
Well, maybe if I guess maybe if the event wasn't the whole season, I guess I was expecting more
Yeah.
because there's still that one guy Inosuke who was trying to fight against the MC in the alley that one
Oh
time.
yeah, we haven't seen
He
him yet.
hasn't he hasn't shown up in a long time,
Yeah.
so
I mean, yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe he'll show up too.
If this is what wasn't the whole season, I was expecting more development from like Wang and his clan, but now that it is, yeah, I'm not expecting much after that.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is why I don't get my hopes up anymore. Just screw it. I'm just aiming for the ride, baby. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, so that's gonna be it for Darwin's game. Remember, we're next to Science Fell in Love. I think we can keep this short, just because like I don't know, like I'm starting to like not enjoy the show as much. Not
Yeah, like I said, it's
Damn,
getting kind
man,
of stale, right?
jeez.
I mean, I still like the Himura just because I think she's amazing character, but
yeah,
yeah, it's getting kind of stale.
like I was trying hard to enjoy it, but now it's like it's hard to keep my attention now. I think it's just because like their research is so math focused. It's hard to make that exciting in anime because you have to constantly explain things. Whereas like if it wasn't actual science like biology or physics, it can do like something more visual to show the audience. But like yeah, this all this math explanation it's not good for like comedy basically.
Yeah, there's really no new development other than other math aspects thrown into the mix,
Not even that.
right?
It's like they keep repeating the same things. Honestly, like they keep going back to the
I mean,
same
no,
like
they're
stuff.
they're doing different experiments, they're using different formulas or whatever,
Yeah,
but
but
again, it's still very science focused or math
it's
focused.
more math,
Like,
way
there's no
way more math and statistics focus. So
right, but then like there's no development with the other characters. Like Kanade is not really doing anything. She's just that the normie or
yeah,
the outcast of the group, and
yeah.
then Kosuke and Ibarata, they don't really have anything going on. Just like
Just man, the chemistry's just been like very flat. Like it's just
yeah,
like yeah. There's no like I'm not you can't root for them just because like yeah, there's just you just don't care about them at all.
yeah. And then the professor is kind of
Doesn't
like
he doesn't add anything either. His comedy again is flat. The whole
Yeah.
muscle gimmick is just not working.
Hmm. So again, like I said, if it wasn't for the Himuro, I probably wouldn't watch the show anymore. But
I was I had I
she's
had
keeping it alive for me.
I had higher expectations. Just I was hoping yeah, I don't know, more science based, more like actual science in anime, but it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks that the show is just not doing it. And
I
again, it's
mean,
just because my main complaint earlier was that they're treating like the two main characters as just like these weird like science people instead of normal people, and yeah, we're just not getting good character developments from everyone else.
yeah, that's true.
So I don't have much to say
But
about the show. So
yeah, I mean, if yeah, it's hard to recommend it after watching it for so long. Um, yeah, I don't really know what would be the drawing point to this
I
anime is.
it should have been focus. It should have not been like math or computer science focus. It should have been like a visual science, like biology or physics or chemistry. One of those three. It should have been one of that, and then have them be scientists in that, so they can do like cool experiments.
Mm, I guess I just don't see how they would. No matter how they do it, I don't see how they can make it like entertaining for the whole season.
I think they could. You could find a way to make like the science and comedy, or just, I think it's and the characters too. It's just like the characters and their interactions aren't interesting right now. And
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
true.
I had sort of blamed that on like the math part because they can't do exciting experiments with that. Where I think it's like if it's like a biology or chemistry experiment, you can do like more over the top or exaggerated things and make it more visual.
No,
But that's just
oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
that's just
Maybe it's
me.
just me, but I can't. I can't think of
That's
a
what I
way to
would
make it work.
want. That's what I want in a science show because I love. I was hoping for more science, like legit science. That's more
But
so.
but it's still a rom com, and
Yeah, you
it's
can have legit science
hard.
and like make it a rom com. I think it's possible. They just need better writing,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, the
better
writing's
writing
just
for the
getting flat.
characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for science fun love. And then I move on next
All right.
to Bullfurry. I'm not caught up, so Ku, you can take it away. Just
Oh
what
yeah. So both.
I was just say
Uh.
what's happened since because the last time they were in that one cave where the uh was it the swashbuckler, she just beat that fish boss. So what happened after that?
Yeah. So actually, with the new event that pops up, they now have to accumulate a certain amount of coins to kind of win the prize of the event, which is basically a skill of your choice. And basically, the last three episodes is just them competing through the event, and of course they make it out with the event. Maple is still creating some crazy OP combos with her skills that she chooses. Um,
Still doesn't got nerfed.
Not nerf yet, but even the admins of the world, which apparently is like a bunch of alien-like creatures that oversees everything, even
Still,
they don't know what to do about her, like how to nerf her, how to
god
make
damn.
her like how to make her like put in check, you know.
Riot balance
um,
right there.
yeah. And then like halfway through the tournament or the event, they meet some samurai lady who they ended up being friends with.
Oh, wasn't she in the opening?
Yep, she's also in the
Okay.
opening. And then after the event, they had uh, the game came out with the clan system. So Maple and the Swashbuckler created a clan. They invited the samurai girl.
Oh, okay. Well,
Uh,
I think her name was Sally because that's backwards of her Japanese name was Risa.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
so they invited,
Maple and Sally.
yep, and then the samurai girl, and then one of the girls that Maple met when she was waiting for Sally to um, do one of the quests. And then they invited the blacksmith chick and then the red male great shielder. And then once they created the clan, there was another event that was about to happen. So they decided to buff up the numbers of their clan. So they went back to the town of beginnings to look for people. And then they met two girls that is kind of like Maple. but instead of maxing out their defense, they maxed out their attack. So they're super strong.
That's what you gotta
But
do,
then,
man. DPS all the way.
yeah, but dude, they can't move us. Like their agility is zero, the
Oh
defense
my
is
god, okay,
zero.
no, don't do that.
Yeah. So, like I said, they're like Maple, but instead of defense, they put everything in attack. So no one wants them. But since Maple's kind of unique in herself, she recruits them, and that's basically where we're at this point, where they have a bunch of random people put together that Maple likes, and this next event is gonna. I don't know
So
how this next
so
event's
they're
gonna
basically
go.
just monks with like zero agility,
Pretty much.
which is bad because there's such a glass cannon.
I mean, I don't know with how the game is going currently. I feel like the characters who do something that's unorthodox in an MMORPG, they're going to be the ones that kind of changes the meta, kind of
It's
like how
just
Maple did.
horrible game design balance. Don't ever if you're a game developer, don't ever do that.
Yeah, please don't ever do this. But I mean, I don't know. It's still entertaining to watch, and I like it better than Infinite Denogram. Like, uh, I don't know. Maybe it's just me,
It's
but
because it's more fun, whereas like Infinite Anagram is more like it's more generic.
yeah, they're trying to make it serious too. But with this one, you kind of know what you're getting, right? It's just one of those enjoyable. Just watch it, enjoy it as you
It's
go. Um, VR MMO anime series.
yeah, because like
But yeah, that's
I mean,
pretty
because
much
all
it.
like the cutesy like character designs, like yeah, you basically know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah,
if I all my complaints about the horrible game balance, don't ever do this,
yeah,
game developers.
yeah. Like I said,
It's
you're
the
reading too
future,
much
man.
into it.
You should know this by now. We have so much
I feel
experience of bad game game balance.
I feel like they're just doing it for the comedy aspect. Like I'm
Yeah,
sure they know
but
that's not how you're doing. So
they are.
uh,
But again,
and it's working.
this is also why like it's annoying that a lot of these animes or like assuming this was like a light novel, like a web novel before this turned into anime, like all these writers, like these people don't play games or they don't like they don't make good game designers and they're writing
Hmm.
stories about games or game elements and it's just more annoying. I want more legit things like I want more things like Log Horizon where it's like more like you actually like it feels more like an MMO.
It's all right. Once Log Horizon Season 3 comes out, we can enjoy that in all of its glory.
Sharon will see his favorite bard class again.
Dude, that arc is long gone and dead.
Yeah,
Just like the
but
author's taxes.
but yeah, I don't know. Like I can't expect much from these genres anymore. It's all been done, said and done so many times.
For like 20 years now.
20 years,
Okay, maybe a
really?
decade.
Yeah, yeah. 20 years is a little too much there.
A decade, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. It's just been kind of a relaxing. I want to say just slice of life, honestly.
It's basically more
Anime.
slice of life because they're not trapped in like the game like they're not trapped or they're not like isekai in the game like other shows.
Yeah.
That's one of my like thing that annoys me is like when people say like VR MMOs or isekai. It's like no, you can leave the game whenever you want.
Hmm.
It's not like a parallel world. It's a game, and you're not trapped in. Like if you're trapped in it, I call it isekai. But like you can leave whenever you want. So yeah. So that's gonna be it for Bullfury. We're gonna move on to Inspector. Just to do a little quick, just go on quick for this show. This is also one of my favorite shows right now. Like this, like Inspector and It Invaded and Madoka. These are like my three favorite shows. So this is going past the manga that I read, so everything here is new. But so far I'm enjoying it. But I think like there's more mystery in this show too. But like it's kind of hard to like I think they don't really give you much to solve on your own either. So you're just basically along for the ride. I'm liking the character. I like the interactions between the three characters, between like Kotoko and Saki and Kuro. Like enjoying all those three. It's much. It's like I don't know what to describe it. Like the relationships between the three. It's like it's more like more normal. It's not exaggerated like other animes are. So it's nice like seeing like more normal relationships. And just the last episode too, where like where because right now the focus is with the steel beam nanose whatever still Lady Nanase. Like, um, I don't know. Like it's I'm so like very interested in the mystery and all this, and I was looking forward to seeing how they would like try to get rid of like try to stop people from spreading the rumors. But I when they said like as long as no one dies, we should be fine. Like as soon as they said that, like shit was going down. So now you gotta deal with just the ramifications of the detective dying in the next episode. So um, I don't know. I don't really have much to say, but I'm really enjoying Inspector. This is again by the same author as Blast of Tempest, so I'm really so it's not like there's not as big of a mystery, and it's like not there's not as much cliffhangers as compared to Blast of Tempest, but I'm still enjoying Inspector. So that's all I'm gonna say for that show. And I think that's gonna be it for this week. I don't know if anyone has any other shows that they want to talk about. If I was missing anything.
No, but there's actually some news that I forgot about. We will be seeing Violet Evergarden on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We're gonna see Violet Evergarden this Wednesday, the first movie, and then the Wednesday after that is Hero Academia movie. So
Yeah, it was too bad that they announced showing so late. I think just because of that, it's gonna have a lower turnout than I think.
People are complaining too because Funimation barely had any theaters for this show. Like it's limited.
Yeah.
I don't know why like they did that, or like they could have just why it didn't go to some other because I don't know who like cause if it's not Funimation, it's like it's usually fandom events. They like whatever they do, like they have the wider release, so they should just give into fandom and just like let them take the risks of like showing them more theaters.
Yeah, I just assume when we have to go to the theater we're going to on Wednesday, they don't have many places there that's showing it.
Our local, yeah.
That's
And
I
think
really
it's the
don't
only
like
one in Minnesota that's showing it too.
It is, and I hate that theater. But
I don't like it.
What? Not too bad.
it's old, man. It's bad.
I hope it's not cold when we go in because it's gonna be cold that day.
I hope it's like a -15, and you're wearing your jacket instead of your coat.
You'll be wearing your sweater.
Wow. Okay.
I will be like a boss.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cold that day, and so it's old building, so I hope it's not gonna be too cold. And like people complain, like some people like their nearest theater is like an 8-hour drive or something.
Wait,
So,
what?
yes, because that's how limited the release is for the movie. Like, so some people like they live in like major metropolitan areas. They still have to drive 8 hours to the next theater to see it.
Jeez,
Diehard fans.
I mean, I'm not one to promote piracy or anything like that, but 8 hours for one
Kyoto.
movie.
Gotta do it
Some
for
people don't
Kyoto.
even have it available next to them, so it's just that's the limited release. Also, this is the first of I ever movie. There's a second one coming out in Japan in April.
Is it going to be coming here too eventually?
I assume so. I assume Funimation's gonna pick it up again,
And give us a week notice.
Unless this one bombs, but like I think it'll perform expectations. Like if you're gonna have limited release,
I hope it does well.
Like if you have limited release for the first movie, like you're not expecting to make much money anyway. So
yeah,
it's more about like just getting it here for making it more consistent.
I also have one more thing of news that Sonic the Hedgehog became the best video game movie to debut ever in the U.S.
Not like,
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Because it barely beat out Detective Pikachu, but
oh god, I forgot that went up against that.
Yeah, because it was like 54 million for Detective Pikachu, whereas like Sonic was like 57 million.
Yeah, 57.
Even though
I mean, I was kind of hoping that they would do well, just because of them actually listening to their audience, right? Like,
that was a good move.
So much shit.
Yeah.
Everyone gave them so much shit for their initial designs that they actually went out and changed it. Like they deserve.
Yeah,
they deserved it.
Oh yeah, because like they want the movie will do so well that like that the studio will reward the CGI team for fixing their mistake by firing them and laying off all of the employees of that team. That's how well the studio's getting rewarded.
I mean, I guess if you put it that way, but
at least they actually listened to the backlash instead of just kind of followed through and bomb.
No, yeah, but it's just shitty that like that. Basically, like the CGI workers like paid like they had to work 80-hour weeks for like months just to fix the movie, and then they just get laid off.
Well, I would blame whoever the hell like was behind that design of that first
Yeah, I know, but
monster.
like, again, but like
Yes.
they don't get punished for that. It's the workers that do.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, so
Dirty. Anyway, that's all I had.
yeah, so next we'll come with our Violet Evergarden impressions.
Yeah, we can get flagged again.
Yep.
That's all I got.
All right, so that's gonna be it for us this week. I want to thank the listeners for tuning in this week. I want to thank my panel for showing up with me this week.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Hopefully, we don't go on another hiatus like that. Hopefully, we'll stay consistent for. I'm trying to make a goal to be consistent for the rest of the year, so that hopefully we can like have an episode up every week. But we shall see.
Yeah, or something up every week.
Something.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll come up with like if we got like kind of like more comments and we could do like some like special episodes as well. If we ever kind of hear back from anything or anybody.
I mean, we did it on our own too, but just like I'm just busy, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So until like things calm down, like, well, it's, like the weekly format is like the only thing I can hopefully try to guarantee. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's gonna be it for us from this week. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.